What if I told you that a quarter in your pocket right now could be worth over $100,000? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. A simple 2022 Maya Angelou quarter, the kind you might find in your change after buying a snack, could be worth $62,000, $89,000, or even $120,000 if it has the right kind of mistake on it. This is real, and some people have already found these rare coins. So stay with me, because I'm going to explain how this happened, what makes these coins so valuable, and how you can check your own quarters to see if you're holding a treasure without even knowing it. In 2022, the United States Mint released a new series of quarters called the American Women Quarters. These coins honor women who made a big impact on American history. The first woman to appear on this special series was Maya Angelou. She was a famous poet, writer, and activist. Her coin has a beautiful design. It shows Maya with her arms raised, a bird flying behind her, and sun rays shining in the background. It's one of the most unique and powerful quarter designs ever made. Now, most of these quarters are common. Millions were made and used in everyday life. You've probably seen one or even spent one. But here's the twist. A small number of these quarters were made with mistakes. These are called error coins. When coins are made, big machines press the images onto metal blanks. Sometimes, something goes wrong in the process. Maybe the coin gets stamped twice, or the image is off-center, or the machine hits the metal the wrong way. These errors make the coin rare, and collectors will pay a lot of money for them. One of the rarest errors found on the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter is called a die clash. This happens when the stamping machines hit each other with no coin in between. This leaves parts of the design from one side of the coin on the other side. So you might see part of George Washington's face on the back of the coin with Maya Angelou. It looks strange, like a ghost image. But collectors love these kinds of mistakes. One of these die clash error coins sold for over $62,000. Another rare mistake is the off-center strike. That means the coin image is not in the right spot. It might be pushed too far to one side, and part of the coin looks blank. If the date and mint mark are still visible, that kind of error can be worth a lot. There was a 2022 Maya Angelou quarter with this kind of off-center mistake that sold for almost $10,000. And there are others. Then there's the double die error. This means the coin was stamped more than once, but not lined up right. The letters or design look like they have a shadow or double image. It's not damage from use, it's from the way it was made. A clear double die on a Maya Angelou quarter can be worth $15,000 to $30,000, especially if the coin is in great condition. Now here's where it gets wild. Some people have found coins with more than one error. A Maya Angelou quarter that had a die clash and a double strike sold for $89,000. That's almost $90,000 for one quarter. But the most amazing one so far had several errors. It had a double strike, off-center design, and it was struck on the wrong metal blank. On top of that, it was in perfect condition. This coin was graded by a professional coin grading company and was sold to a collector for $120,000. That's a real number. And it started out as just a regular quarter that went through a machine the wrong way. You're probably wondering how to check your own coins. It's not hard, and you don't need any fancy tools. First, find a 2022 quarter with Maya Angelou on the back. Then look at the front. If there's a little D next to the word trust, or on the right side of George Washington's neck, that means it was made in Denver. Many of the known error coins came from the Denver Mint. Next, look at the coin carefully. Is anything off? Does the image look blurry or doubled? Do the letters look strange? Is the image not centered? Does it weigh less or more than normal? A regular quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. If it feels off or sounds different when you tap it on a table, it might be made from the wrong metal. Also, look closely for ghost images or strange marks. You can use a magnifying glass or just your phone camera to zoom in. If you see anything strange and you think you might have an error coin, the best thing to do is not to clean it. Never clean a coin, even if it looks dirty. Cleaning can lower its value. Instead, take good pictures and send it to a coin dealer or grading service. Two trusted companies are PCGS and NGC. They will check the coin, give it a grade from 1 to 70, and tell you if it's a rare error. If it is, then you can decide if you want to sell it. Coins that are graded high and have a rare error are the ones that sell for big money. The highest price so far for a 2022 Maya Angelou quarter was $120,000, but more rare ones might still be out there. Every day, more people find special coins in their change or old jars of coins. It happens when you least expect it. That's why you should always check your change. Don't ignore your quarters. This series is new, and there's still a chance you could find one of these rare coins yourself. It doesn't matter if you're at home, at work, at school, or just out shopping. Pay attention to your coins. The next valuable one could end up in your hands, so next time you get a 2022 quarter, take a few seconds to really look at it. You might be holding something way more valuable than you think. And even if you don't find one today, keep checking. That's part of the fun. It's like a treasure hunt, and it's happening right now in pockets and purses all over the country. Thanks for watching this video. If you learned something cool or if you're going to check your coins now, give this video a like. Leave a comment if you found anything interesting or if you're just starting to collect coins. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more coin stories that could change your life. Happy hunting, and who knows? You might be the next person to find a $120,000 quarter. What if I told you that a regular-looking quarter from 2021 could be worth $68,000, or even $125,000? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. Right now, there are rare 2021 quarters with George Washington crossing the Delaware that are selling for huge amounts of money, life-changing money. You might have one in your pocket. You might find one in your change. These coins are not old, not gold, not special looking, but they are full of value. So don't go anywhere. Stay until the end of this video, because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, what to look for, what it's worth, and how to find out if you're holding a $125,000 quarter right now. Let's start with the basics. In 2021, the U.S. Mint released a special quarter design called Crossing the Delaware. It shows General George Washington on a boat, leading his troops across the icy Delaware River during the Revolutionary War. This coin came right after the America the Beautiful series ended and before the American Women quarters began. It was a big deal because it brought back the classic Washington front, or obverse, but with a brand new reverse side showing this famous scene from history. It's a bold, heroic design and a favorite for many collectors. Most of these quarters were made at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. If your coin has a little D on it, that means it was made in Denver. These are called 2021 D quarters. And here's the important part, some of them were made with major errors, and those are the ones bringing in the big bucks. Let's talk about the errors. The first and most valuable one is called the cut error. This happens when part of the die, the metal stamp used to press the coin, is broken or chipped. This causes a big blob of metal to appear on the coin, usually along the rim. It looks like a bump or raised area where there shouldn't be one. Some 2021 D quarters with a huge cut near Washington's hat or on the rim have sold for over $2,000 to $5,000, even in lower condition. But get this, one coin with a massive cut on the front and a near-perfect grade sold for $68,000. Now here's where things get crazy. A small number of 2021 D quarters were struck with a double die. That means the design was stamped twice by mistake, and you can see doubling in the words like, Liberty, In God We Trust, or E Pluribus Unum. When this happens clearly and the coin is in excellent shape, the value goes way up. One known double die error sold for $95,000 in a private collector sale. And yes, it started as just a normal-looking quarter. But the rarest and most valuable of them all is what collectors call a wrong planchet error. That means the quarter was made using the wrong metal blank, like a blank meant for a dime, or even for a foreign coin. These coins are the unicorns of the bunch. If the coin looks thin, too light, or sounds different when dropped on a table, you might have won. One 2021 D quarter struck on the wrong planchet, in brilliant condition and with a visible mint error, was graded by a professional and later sold at auction for a shocking $125,000. Now let's talk about how you can find out if your 2021 D quarter is one of the valuable ones. First, check the front of the coin for a little D mint mark. It will be just next to Washington's ponytail. That's the Denver Mint, and that's what you want. Next, look very closely at the coin. Use your phone camera, a magnifying glass, or a loupe. Look for weird shapes on the edges, bumps near the lettering, or any part that looks thicker than the rest. That could be a cut error. Then look for doubling. This will look like shadowy letters or numbers. They'll look fuzzy, but it's not from wear. It's from being stamped twice. Weigh your coin if you can. A regular quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If yours is much lighter or heavier, it could be made from the wrong metal. That's a huge clue that something special is going on. Also, don't forget the back of the coin. Look at the details on the river scene. Are the waves blurred or doubled? Are the edges smooth or cracked? Is anything missing? One rare error showed missing design on the back and sold for over $10,000. And here's something super important: do not clean your coin. Even if it looks dirty or dull, leave it as is. Cleaning can ruin the value. Collectors want coins in their original condition, even if they look old or worn. If you clean it, you might destroy a coin that could have been worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you think you have something rare, your best next step is to send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll look at the coin, tell you what kind of error it has, and give it a grade from 1 to 70. Coins in the 65 to 70 range are extremely rare and get top dollar, especially if they have a known mint error. Once your coin is graded and confirmed to be special, you can sell it through a trusted auction house like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, or even list it online for collectors to see. Just make sure you know what your coin is worth before you sell it. Don't let it go for less than it deserves. And here's the best part. These coins are still out there. They're still in people's pockets, in change jars, in store drawers, and at the bank. The 2021 quarters aren't old. They're fresh, they're common, and that means anyone, yes, even you, can find one of these rare, valuable errors. It's like a real-life treasure hunt, and the treasure is a simple 25-cent coin worth up to $125,000. So take a few minutes today. Go through your coins. Look at those 2021 quarters. If you find one with the "Crossing the Delaware" design and a little D mint mark, take a closer look. You might be staring at your next big payday. Imagine turning a quarter into $68,000 or more. It has happened, and it could happen again.